framed during the trial on two broad offences, Section 376 of IPC and Section 5 and 6 of the POCSO Act.
376 IPC
376 IPC
and
Section 5C
5C of the POSCO Act,
within brackets
376(1).
Only a minute, sir. Sir, I'll say everything truthfully.
Hmm.
The charge is framed under 376. I'm, my lord, consciously making, my lord, my submissions, my lord. Now, when, my lord, the conviction is recorded, the conviction is on two counts. My lord, I can, my lord, just for easy reference, I have quoted, my lord, the relevant part of whatever I am, my lord, relying upon. This is, my lord, the order of conviction in para 3. Please have a look, my lords.
paragraph 3
Paragraph 3 of this note. This is my note. What are the infirmities in the impugn order, my lords?
in view of the
This is, my lord, the trial court's conviction in view of the
course of discussion.
in view of the aforesaid discussion, I find that prosecution CBI has been able to prove the guilt of accused Kuldeep Singh so-and-so beyond a reasonable doubt, and therefore he is convicted under Section 376 IPC, please mark this, and Section 5C and 6 of the POCSO Act. My lord, now I am not touching, my lord, 4 because which I have said that there is a trial conducted, there is a finding recorded that the child was less than 16. My lord, to be precise, 15 years, 10 months and 13 days as, my lord, held by the trial court's order, and we will have to, my lord, as of date, go by what the trial court's factual finding is. My lord, the appeal is pending. Now, there is an order of conviction.
Against this conviction, appeal is pending.
Appeal is pending, my lords. So, right now, my lord, so far as the child...
Adding to your assistance,
Yes,
page number 211,
yes,
when the sentence was pronounced, para number 13 and para number 14,
yes, I am grateful.
where 376 2I has been dealt with.
I am grateful, my lord. I am relying upon it, my lords. My lord, kindly see, then, my lord, page 2, para 5. I am grateful, my lord. At the time of sentencing on 20th December, the trial court convicted the accused under Section 376(2) of IPC in light of Section 376(2)I, which was undisputably on the statute book on the date of the offence. Now, my lord, what is that 376? My lord, before I take your lordship to this, my lord, 376 has two parts. 375 is definition of rape. He is convicted of rape. There is no doubt about it. 376(1) says that if you are convicted under 376(1), then the punishment would be minimum 10 years and maximum life. There is an aggravated form of rape. Lord, if someone who is in a dominant position,
There are 4 or 5 illustrations given.
illustrations,
Like in police station, suppose it happens.
a police station or someone who is a family member, who has a dominant position,
Yes.
etc.
Or in an institution, public institution.
Public institution, my lord, orphanage, etc. Lord, then the punishment is minimum 20 years, and it can go up to your biological life. Lord, subsection 2, subclause I says, commits rape on a woman when she is under 16 years of age. Then dominance not necessary, nothing is necessary. If she is 16 years or less, then it would fall
And
under
independently, it falls within the mischief of 376 2I.
2I. And therefore, the punishment will be
20 years
minimum 20 years and maximum
can be
up to
life.
biological life.
That's it.
My lord, here the court, my lord, convicts him under 376 2I.
Assuming that the victim is not a minor, in a case where the victim is raped but not a minor, still the minimum sentence of 371 in any case will be there,
Will be life.
will apply. That will be minimum 10 years. It can go up to 20 years.
Yes.
This
Right.
is also minimum
Yes.
10 years.
Life.
2 is also minimum 10 years, not 20.
Two is minimum 10, but what is
To
awarded
that
is,
extent, he is right. You are right.
Yes.
To that,
Yeah, he's right.
To that extent, you are.
10 years.
the amended, he's right. As it stood then, now it is, my lord, amended that it should be minimum 20, but we are not concerned. Minimum 20 and it can go. Here, my lord, the court has said till your biological life.
Right, sir. The one minimum point is the offence is committed on 4th of June 2017. This amendment has been brought subsequently
18.
on 21/4/2018.
18.
So on the date of commission of the offence, whatever the situation.
I was there.
I was there.
Yes.
All right, when the I was there on that day, then it will be read as it is, whatever the situation.
Absolutely.
And when the suspension of sentence was directed, you directly come to the page. Come to the page number, para number 30.
Yes, my lord.
Come directly, we'll let you know this, brief it, everything.
My lord, page 215.
Yes. Then where they have only been dealt with, come to page number, internal page 37, para 30, last line. They have dealt with of 376(2)(b) without dealing with 376(2)(i). That is the crux of the matter.
Lord, as a matter of fact, your lordships comes to page 25, para 25 of the impugn order. My lord, please come to para 25 of the impugn order. My lord, that is more, my lord, erroneous. Page 30, my lord. Kindly, my lord, for my satisfaction, come to page, para 25, page 30.
Yes.
Para 25. The learned trial court has convicted the appellant for the offence under section 376(2) of IPC as well as section 5C punishable under section 6 of POCSO Act. For the purpose of present application, this court turns its focus to the appellant's conviction under the POCSO Act only. So 376,
No.
whether one or two, it is life or biological life. That's the only distinction. But life is the minimum in the facts of the case. No, that's not considered.
Life
And
is
court-
not the minimum.
Only a minute, sir. And the court says, now, 7 years, you are not a public servant. So you fall on, my lord, I have another argument, my lord, on POCSO Act also. Because my learned friend could argue on that.
Is it your argument that the concept of being a public servant
Yes.
is completely alien and irrelevant when the victim is a minor?
Absolutely. Now kindly, my lord, take the POCSO Act. Where, my lord, there is a legal, what has gone wrong. Lord, please kindly have a look at, my lord, the POCSO Act. Lord, POCSO Act offences can be broadly classified in two categories. Broadly. One is penetrative sexual assault. It's per se an offence. Lord, section 3.
Section 3.
Section 3. Assault is an independent offence. Now 4 provides for the punishment. Lord, prior to the
Amendment.
amendment, my lord, which came after the offence was committed.
2019 amendment.
Yes, my lord, 2019, my lord, it was after the offence in, but my argument would be, it doesn't make any difference. I'll come to that. It was, my lord, not less than 10 years and which can be life. Earlier it was 7 years. Now, my lord, there is a separate category of offence. The same offence, my lord, which is penetrative sexual assault, but in certain circumstances, it is aggravated form. Aggravated based upon the person who commits the offence. And if you go by, my lord, the nocitera saucis doctrine or, my lord, the egestem generis, my lord, the categories are that if a person is in a dominant position over the victim, then he is considered to be an aggravated form of offence. Please have a look, my lord. Whoever being a police officer commits penetrative sexual assault on a child within the limits of police station, in premises of any station house, in the course of his duties or otherwise, or where he is known as or identified as a police officer. My lord, kindly take an example of 5A3. In the course of his duty, a constable is a category, my lord, who, if commits an offence, would be in the aggravated form. Kindly bear that in mind. Then B, whoever being a member of the armed forces or security forces commits penetrative sexual assault on a child, my lord, the same, but 3, in the course of his duty. So if an SRP man is there, my lord, in the security of a member of parliament or a member of legislative assembly, he would be guilty of aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Now please see C. Whoever being a public servant commits penetrative sexual assault on a child. My lord, my respectful submission is, my lord, public servant is not defined in this act. It is, my lord, defined as borrowing, my lord, or definition by reference that whatever is defined under the IPC would be the definition, but the important question of law would be section 2 starts with unless context otherwise requires. My lord, every word used in any statute is not mechanically getting the definition. If the contextualized definition is to be considered, then public servant would mean a person who is in such a dominant position over a child, because POXO Lord, deals with only children.
So according to you, in the legislative intent, in a kind of a non-obstante clause in section 2 opening, where
Yes.
it says unless the context otherwise requires.
Yes,
The expression public servant is a very broader term.
broader term.
It's not necessarily for the purpose of public servant, say you treat an PC Act or under
Or IPC.
IPC.
Yes,
Here it is public servant is that who is in a dominating position
yes.
in a particular factual background of a incident that takes.
Particular case, in this case, he was MLA of that area, a very powerful MLA, and the girl
If a
was 15.
representative comes, if a public representative comes to MLA and seeks any kind of help, assistance for any, say, public duty, and there if he misuse that dominance of being a public representative, then this is your argument that such an act will fall within the ambit of
Public servant.
misconduct by the public servant.
Aggravated form of
Aggravated
otherwise.
form
No, otherwise, kindly see the incongruous position which arises. I am a member of parliament. My lord, I will have, my lord, one police constable as my security person. He would be a public servant for the purpose of, my lord, section 5. I will not be a public servant. Why? As per, my lord, the argument of the accused. Because in A.R. Antule case, the Supreme Court has said that member of legislative assembly is not a public servant. But that was in a fact-specific situation.
That was in-
But what happened was, Mr. Antule was a chief minister when the offence was registered. So he was a public servant. Thereafter, he had to tender his resignation, and therefore he ceased to be a chief minister, but continued to be a member of legislative assembly. When the charges where cognizance was being taken, he raised an issue that this is a offence under Prevention of Corruption Act 1947, which did not have the definition of public
servant.
and therefore no cognizance can be taken against me unless you have a sanction.
Exactly. So at that time, probably the member of the legislative assembly were not considered in public servant definition under
Yes.
the old act.
So the court, my lord, construed that provision in the context of Prevention of Corruption Act and against him that no, you may not be a public servant. You are MLA and therefore you need not have a sanction and you can be proceeded. That law will not apply if we interpret this public servant.
See the relevance of the context otherwise required. There the court did not want to grant him the protection of not being a public servant for the purpose of prosecution under the PCA.
Exactly, PCA.
Therefore, court said,
Grateful.
even if you are not a public servant, you are still liable to be prosecuted.
I'm grateful, my lord.
So that was in that
Yes,
context.
yes, my lord. Now, my lord, my third submission. My lord, suppose he is not a public servant for the sake of argument, my lord. I presume he doesn't fall within 5C. He would definitely fall within 3.